Canelo got a hell of a chin, and he got a lot of experience. He's been in there with so many different great fighters. So I might have to just watch this one play out. It's gonna be a great fight.
Prepare him to fight me. He wouldn't, need all the help that, he's getting. But I'm happy that he's getting the help that he needs because, after, September 13th, there'll be no excuses.
I think Canelo's going to win only because of the size. You know what I mean? Crawford is coming up 3 weight classes. So I think, Canelo's more of a natural super middleweight. This is Crawford's first super middleweight fight. So I got to go. I'm not going for Canelo. I'm just picking him.
I think he's going to win.
You don't think Crawford can? You don't think Crawford can go the distance with Canelo Alvarez? If William Skull can go 12 rounds with him and keep him at an all-time low, 152 punches a round.
All those doubters, at the end of the day, at the end of the fight, they all gonna cry when they get home. And I get that.
What time is it? What time is it?
Canelo Alvarez's sparring partner has dropped shocking details from the training camp, and what he revealed has left many fans buzzing about the upcoming showdown with Terence Crawford. According to Silky Sean Hemphill, the level of intensity inside Canelo's camp is unlike anything people imagine, and it shows why the Mexican superstar has remained a dominant figure in boxing for so long. From his point of view, Crawford will need to do much more than just rely on his speed and counterpunching. To pull off the upset, he must be willing to push the pace, take risks, and never let Canelo dictate the rhythm of the fight.
Man, that's a great question. It's a great fight. I keep going back and forth on it. One day I feel like Bud could get him. Then I go back and I'm like, I don't know. Canelo got a hell of a chin, and he got a lot of experience. He's been in there with so many different great fighters. So I might have to just watch this one play out. It's gonna be a great fight.
This leak instantly sparked conversations across the boxing world. Many believe that Crawford's best chance lies in moving quickly, hitting before Canelo sets his feet, and never staying in one place long enough to get trapped. But that's easier said than done, especially against a man known for cutting off the ring and punishing mistakes. From this perspective, the sparring partner's insight has shifted the discussion, as fans and analysts are now debating if Crawford can truly maintain that kind of pace against such a seasoned champion.
If Crawford beats Canelo,
what does he have to do to beat Canelo to negate those physical advantages, the size, the weight?
Yeah, he's gonna have to box. He's gonna have to be smart, move, and not just sit in one spot and let Canelo pressure him and break him down.
The talk didn't stop there. Terence Crawford himself reacted after watching footage of Canelo's recent sparring sessions. He admitted he was impressed by what he saw, but also remained confident in his own skills. For Crawford, this fight is more than just another challenge. It is about legacy. He has spent years proving himself in different weight classes, but stepping into the ring with Alvarez is a completely different test. Crawford knows that the Mexican's power is real, his defense is tricky, and his experience in big fights gives him an edge. Yet Crawford insists he has the tools to shock the world, a belief that fuels his training camp every single day.
What is there to talk about? You fighting the best fighter in the world. You better be taking it serious. That goes to show, how serious he's taking me and how much he respects me. Because, if I haven't fought anyone, if I was too small, if I was, all these things that all the media said I was, then he wouldn't need these guys to help prepare him to fight me. He wouldn't, need all the help that, he's getting. But I'm happy that he's getting the help that he needs because, after September 13th, there will be no excuses.
Meanwhile, boxing experts have weighed in heavily. One of the biggest voices, Max Kellerman, has already made his stance clear. He leaned toward Canelo as the likely winner, arguing that the size difference and Alvarez's proven record against top-tier opposition make him very difficult to beat.
They both have sky-high ring IQs. If I have to, Crawford, if you ask me again, there's a reason that I think Crawford's the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Right? Because I think, and Canelo once was. So even though Crawford is biologically older, Canelo has had the longer career. He's been fighting since he's a teenager, and there's been signs recently that maybe he's not the same guy that he used to be. By the way, I know people think Inoue and Usyk are ahead of Crawford. The ring has them rated ahead of Crawford. I don't, because to me, pound for pound is not a fairness issue. It's an issue of just who do you think is better?
Kellerman's prediction turned heads, as he pointed out that Crawford is great, but moving up to face someone like Canelo is a monumental leap. According to him, even an all-time talent like Crawford might find this one step too far.
And the last time I saw Crawford, he moved up yet another division, beat at the time the guy I thought was the best fighter in the division. Turns out he wasn't, but I thought he was at the time. And before that, had just annihilated Errol Spence. So if you look at all the boxes, I'm going to check Crawford for most of them, if not all of them. But the reason Canelo is favored is because Canelo does a lot of things at a very high level, and he's a naturally bigger guy.
And let's not forget what Mike Tyson, the legend, has to say about this fight. He didn't dismiss Crawford completely, but called the matchup tricky. Tyson explained that Canelo's body punching, ring control, and overall strength create big problems for any opponent. However, he acknowledged that Crawford's adaptability and sharp instincts make him dangerous if the fight stretches into the middle rounds. In his eyes, the winner would depend on who forces the other man out of their comfort zone first. Tyson's take added even more weight to the growing sense that this clash is truly unpredictable.
Canelo or Crawford? It's tricky. I want Crawford to win, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. You know, I would like for that to happen, but this guy's a hard puncher. He's a smart fighter. He can move. I'm just curious. I just want to see it. I want to be there and see it. Because listen, there's been upsets like that before. You know, Henry Armstrong, 124 pounds, he beat the 146-pound champ. So, you know, you never know. Anything can happen when two men are in a ring or in a basketball court. Anything can happen.
The voices of past legends also entered the discussion. Tim Bradley, having fought across multiple divisions and faced opponents of all sizes, understood the uphill battle Crawford faces. While he praised Crawford's skills, he suggested that the size difference could prove decisive. Bradley highlighted that Canelo's recent performances show he has not plenty left in the tank, making him a very easy target for Crawford to break down.
You don't think Crawford can? You don't think Crawford can go the distance with Canelo Alvarez? If William Skull can go 12 rounds with him and keep him at an all-time low, 152 punches a round, Crawford is just at a different level. He a GOAT too, but he at a different level. And he gonna show everybody that's gonna witness this on Netflix on September 13th. He gonna show everybody. There's levels to this, man. Yeah, he gonna defy all the odds of boxing. He gonna rewrite the boxing book.
David Benavidez has also stepped in with his honest prediction for the super fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. According to Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez holds a natural advantage because this fight takes place at 168 pounds, where Canelo has long been established as the undisputed champion. Crawford, on the other hand, is moving up in weight, testing himself against bigger opponents than he's ever faced before. While Benavidez gave Crawford credit for his exceptional skill, sharp ring IQ, and adaptability, he made it clear that the physical difference cannot be ignored.
Now, Canelo Crawford, who you got in that one?
I think Canelo's going to win only because of the size. You know what I mean? Crawford is coming up 3 weight classes. So I think, you know, Canelo's more of a natural super middleweight. This is Crawford's first super middleweight fight. So I got to go. I'm not going for Canelo. I'm just picking him.
I think he's going to win.
I think he's going to win.
I've been to your last 5-6 fights. You're a monster. You're a beast. You versus Canelo, what's that fight look like? Are you knocking him out or?
I'll beat the out of him. You know, I can't say I will knock him out because, you know what I mean? He's a great fighter. He's never been knocked out, but I could definitely say that I'd put a beating on him. I'd put hands on him worse than anybody's ever put hands on him.
Right, and he's a legend.
He's a legend, but I feel like in my own way, I'm a legend, you know?
Even with these warnings, Crawford has not backed away from bold predictions. In fact, he has gone as far as saying that when he beats Canelo, people will be left shocked and even emotional. In his words, many will end up crying because they never truly believed he could do it. It shows that Crawford is not approaching this as a man who doubts himself. He believes he is destined to break through Alvarez's wall of dominance.
All those doubters, at the end of the day, at the end of the fight, they all gonna cry when they get home. You know, and I hate that.
What time is it? What time is it? Terence.
Beyond individual takes, the larger discussion centers around how the fight might play out. Some predict that Canelo will patiently break Crawford down, using body shots and constant pressure until the smaller man can no longer keep him off. Others argue that if Crawford starts fast, stays disciplined, and makes Canelo chase, he can win on points by landing cleaner punches and avoiding heavy exchanges. The uncertainty is what makes the fight so captivating. Every prediction comes with a strong case, but none of them feel absolutely certain.
Crawford's gonna probably do the same thing that he knows best, which is box, be smart, slow movements, small steps. Only small steps he's taking. So if he, I mean, look, and it's always worked for him. Every fight he's been in, we thought that the fight with Spence was going to be hard, and he made it look so easy. Now, we've never really seen him in a hard fight where we've seen him in trouble, so maybe this could be the fight that puts him in that trouble to see what he's going to be like when he's under pressure. Yeah. You know what I mean? We've never seen either fighter under pressure, like a lot of pressure. I mean, you can't say.
Maybe Golovkin for Canelo, I guess.
Yeah,
you could say.
exactly. Yeah, Golovkin. Yeah. But other than that, I don't class the Mayweather fight a hard fight because Mayweather just a runner, wasn't he?
Yeah.
From training camps to expert panels, the buildup has taken on a life of its own. Writers point out that Canelo's consistency at the highest level cannot be ignored. He has shared the ring with names like Gennady Golovkin, Sergey Kovalev, and Dmitry Bivol, fighters who brought different challenges and styles. In those fights, Alvarez showed both strengths and weaknesses. He can look unstoppable when his plan works, but when faced with speed and volume, he has struggled. This is why some still believe Crawford can expose him, provided he avoids taking big shots in return.
I went straight away with Crawford, and so did Spence. I mean, other people that we've spoken to, I think Paul Smith and other people that sit on the show with us think it will be Canelo Alvarez because of size. We've seen Canelo Alvarez take that journey up to light heavy and find himself coming up against Dmitry Bivol and not being able to do what he does at super middleweight. I just think that Crawford is such a fighter of such stature and competence that he might just be the kryptonite to Saul Alvarez.
At the same time, fans are reminded that Crawford is stepping into new territory. Moving up to face a man naturally bigger and stronger is always a dangerous risk. History has seen great fighters take these chances, and sometimes they succeed, while other times they fall short. For Crawford, this is his chance to join the list of legends who dared to challenge the odds.
Dan Rafael kind of made a great point when talking about sizes. Because he said, if you look at them two together now, they look the same size. He said, people have got the idea of the size thing wrong. It's not looking at them as a physical package. It's who has absorbed the bigger shots in the weight division. So, and it was good. It was a very good point. He was like, Canelo has been hit by light heavyweights and super middleweights for the best part of a decade.
Basically.
He's so used to taking those shots. Whereas Crawford hasn't. Crawford's been hit by 140 guys and 147 guys for the best part of a decade.
Yeah.
What's Crawford going to be like? So basically, he's trying to say, Canelo could easily absorb Crawford shots. Can Crawford easily absorb Canelo's punches?
If you're taking shots from Triple G, Sergey Kovalev, Dmitry Bivol.
The betting odds and public opinions are also influenced by these narratives. Many casual fans side with Canelo because of his track record and star power. Yet hardcore boxing followers recognize Crawford's skill set and believe he could pull off something special. The sparring partners leak only added fuel to the fire, hinting that even inside Canelo's camp, there's recognition of what Crawford needs to do. Whether he can actually execute that game plan is the ultimate question.
I think Canelo's gonna win, but I tell everybody, man, as a business standpoint, I think it's gonna be a draw if it goes the distance. But I see Canelo getting the stoppage. I don't think Crawford's gonna carry that weight well. Even if he did put on weight, I don't think that was a good idea, especially coming up from a smaller guy. But you know, it's gonna be a great fight. Two brains in the ring. It's gonna be a good fight.
As fight night draws closer, the noise grows louder. The leak about training intensity gave fans an inside look at Canelo's sharpness and preparation. Crawford's bold prediction gave a glimpse into his unshakable mindset. Analysts like Kellerman, Tyson, Pacquiao, and Bradley shaped the narrative with their unique perspectives. The mention of Boots Ennis added another wrinkle to the preparation story, and through it all, one truth stands clear. This fight has captured the imagination of the entire boxing world.
You know what's crazy is, I'm a big Crawford fan as well. Like every time he sees me and my brothers and my dad at fights, he comes out of his way, shakes our hand. It's all respect. But I just feel the weight's a little too much, Marcos. I feel it's going up 2 weight classes, really like 3. And early, I feel Terence will have great success. I mean, maybe he'll get Canelo's head snap back, or, you know, catch Canelo early. Maybe I could see Terence Crawford go southpaw, because you see Canelo has had a bit of problems with southpaws. You could see Canelo, I could see him getting frustrated, picking him up like how he does, like when he gets frustrated. But I say 6th, 7th, 8th round on up, I think he'll figure him out.
When the two finally step into the ring, everything will be tested. Canelo's experience, size, and power will meet Crawford's speed, adaptability, and determination. Every prediction, every warning, and every bold statement will fade once the first bell rings. What remains is the fight itself, and the outcome will decide whose words become history. Whether Alvarez proves too strong or Crawford pulls off the upset of the decade, fans will remember this night for years to come.
I go back and forwards, to be honest with you. Like, when I talk to Bud, I kind of like, he convinces me that he's going to win the fight, because he's such a believer in his own ability, and he's very convincing. And then you see the presser yesterday, and I thought Canelo looked really well. Do you know what I mean? Obviously he's a big lump, so I was always Canelo, then I sort of leant towards Bud, but now I'm back with Canelo, so we'll see.
And now we want to hear from you. Do you agree that Canelo's size will be the difference? Or do you think Terence Crawford's skills are enough to shock the world? Drop your predictions in the comments. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the breakdown. And don't forget to subscribe to Ring Rivalry for more fight night debates, expert takes, and insider updates as we get closer to Canelo versus Crawford.